split things up there and created a third high school some years back. It was a bit of a struggle for Tooele, but they probably got their feet back under themselves now. And on ahead, Grantsville has a non-league game with Juab. Then they get into league competition with Carbon, Judson Memorial, Emory, and Morgan. They go on the road on those games, and at home with Delta in a non-league game. And they
visit Beaver Sports Pond at 91 North Main in Beaver, or call 438-2100. That's 438-2100. Beaver Sports Pond is happy to support Beaver High School athletics on the Beaver Sports Network. Go Beavers!
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron gas. You'll also appreciate their newly remodeled modern restrooms and Eager Beaver Touchless Car Wash that offers the newest in car wash technology. And of course, stop in Dairy Queen anytime for a variety of meal deals and irresistible ice cream treats. Visit Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen at the I-15 South exit in Beaver.
The results are in. Beaver Valley Hospital is ranked number one in support of Beaver High School athletics. They also rank number one in providing first-rate health care at a reasonable cost and offer a full range of services, including emergency and inpatient support, home health, and even hospice. The hospital's food is prepared fresh daily, and people even like it. Beaver Valley Hospital also has an outstanding long-term care facility that helps take care of your loved ones who could use some compassionate assistance. Beaver Valley Hospital, with a staff and doctors you can trust.
For experienced help in buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker Gary Brown can assist you in residential, commercial, or recreational properties. Call Coldwell Banker Advantage Realty Beaver 438-7777.
Majestic Financial Services in Beaver is an accounting firm that offers payroll, income tax preparation, and bookkeeping services for individuals and businesses. For an accounting firm you can trust, call Majestic Financial Services in Beaver 438-7777.
Scott Langford, David Howard, and it's game night, game season, week 3 of the 2A schedule, and first region game for both of these two teams, as we've mentioned before. We want to take a look at a little bit of the starting lineups, and for the Beavers, it's Matthew Roberts has shown some real balance in his offensive performance.
Yeah, he has. He's a great runner. Follows his blockers really well. He's got guts. When on that option play, he just holds that ball to the last second, makes the defender commit, and then pitches it away. And he takes some really wicked hits doing that, but it really springs that option play out.
Yeah, he really does. And he's got some potent running backs to hand to. He's got the sophomore Dylan Smith running the fullback position, and then Brendan Hutchings and Trey Young also in there in the slot and running and tailback positions.
Yeah, and they're doing a great job. Smith's a big kid, and he's tough to bring down. Most of his yards are just hard, fat bottle, just stomping and chewing and getting a few if you can, as the whole defensive team tries to pile on top. He's also got Branson Blackburn that's just been a huge addition to the offense for Roberts, and a great option in passing.
Yeah, Blackburn came on real strong at the end of last season, and he's sure picked up in his junior campaign, as he is 3 touchdown passes all in that first game against Canyon View, but he had some big catches last week against Kanab.
Yeah, hasn't missed a step since last season. Just kept running the same gear basically. He came right in just doing the same thing, and he's got great hands. He runs great routes, and just a tough kid to defend.
Taking a look at the standings, there's a few undefeated teams left, and let's look at the 2A South. You've got San Juan at 2-0, Parowan at 2-0, Enterprise and Beaver all undefeated. And tonight, one of those teams will be not undefeated, the Parowan Rams or the Beaver Beavers. And there's not too many left. There's only, I think, 4 contests featuring undefeated teams, and this is one of them.
Well, it's tough to stay undefeated, especially when you're paired up pretty evenly, and it's a tough thing to stay undefeated for just a few games, much less a whole season. So they just got to bring your A game every week, and just minimize the mistakes and take care of the ball and play your guts out.
Let's take a look at the rankings on the Deseret News for this week. It's the North Summit Braves on top with that 2-0 record, and then South Summit ranked number 2. Of course, they're a lone loss to the Morgan Trojans, so not a loss they're really worried too much about. But then San Juan is 3rd, Beaver 4th, and Enterprise 5th.
Well, and that's good. Beaver shows up 4th. That's good for him to be in there. There's some tough teams. You look at San Juan, South Summit, and North Summit back in it. They've been down for a couple of years, but they've been over the past. Their history has been really tough in football.
Now we're going to try to give you some scores from around the 2A ranks. There's already one final. Summit Academy just absolutely murders Layton Christian 30-12. And I think Layton Christian was the visitor on that one. Tonight, ALA at South Summit, North Summit at Gunnison. I don't think either of those two will be really much of a question. And then, some of the good games. One of the good games to watch tonight is San Juan South Severe. That's another 2-0 matchup featuring undefeated teams.
Yeah, they're coming together, and one of those teams is going to go away with a goose egg tonight, and that's a tough matchup. And so it'd be interesting to see how that game progresses tonight.
All right, we're going to take another break in our Snow College pregame show. Again, at Snow College, there's all kinds of good stuff on the campus there in Ephraim, Utah. Dave, tell us a little more.
Well, Snow College, did you know, Scott, that's ranked number 6 in the
nation?
I didn't.
That's according to the CNN Money magazine. Yep, number 6 in graduation rate. So kids getting their education finished, and that's a great stat to have. So start your education at Snow College. Visit snow.edu. Get a quality education that's affordable and fun. It's a great place for the kids. It's a lot of fun. Every one of the youth I talk to goes up there just loves it.
Well, that's great. We'll take another break in our Snow College pregame show and be back with the kickoff of tonight's game. The Parowan Rams hosting the Beaver Beavers.
Hi, this is Len with Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal Paint for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated #1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup paint sundry item to make painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270 North Main in Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School's athletic and academic programs. That's Mike's Food Town.
Hunters and fishing enthusiasts love to visit Ray's 66B store in Beaver because it makes every excursion a success. You'll find everything you need, including an excellent variety of grocery items and snacks, top-grade Trop Arctic motor oil to help your car's engine last longer, clean-running Phillips 66 gasoline, and even diesel fuel. That's why Ray's 66 has been the only stop for any road trip. Ray's 66B store is open from 5 a.m. until 10 p.m. 7 days a week at 290 South Main Beaver. Happy to support Beaver High School.
Serving Beaver County residents and I-15 travelers, South Creek Shell in Beaver offers everything from a Burger King restaurant, gas and snacks, to fitting your vehicle with a brand new set of tires. South Creek Shell stocks a full line of dependable Michelin and Bridgestone tires with over 1,200 tires in stock. Whether you need a new set of tires, flat tire repair, pinpoint balancing, snacks, or gas, stop by the South Creek Shell at the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. South Creek Shell is a proud sponsor of Beaver High School athletics.
Stop in and check out their wide variety of cheese gift boxes and crafts too. And they offer shipping. Visit their website at dfamilk.com and click on DFA Mart and then on the picture of the Beaver store. That's DFA Cache Valley Cheese in Beaver. For experienced help when buying or selling real estate, Coldwell Banker Advantage of Beaver is a wise choice. Local real estate broker.
Service is important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance. And you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451, 438-5451.
Scott Langford, David Howard here at Parowan High School. It's game number 3 of the season for the 2A classification. It's the Beaver Beavers being hosted by the Parowan Rams. And I've got Dave Howard here with me. Also, we've got Scott McDonald, the eye in the sky. Tonight, he's the eye in the bleachers.
The eye in the bleachers. It's partway to the sky.
And then we have DeWalt, who is also with us tonight on the computer. We do appreciate both of those gentlemen and donating their valuable time to help bring you Beaver High School sports on KSVC 103.7 and also on the Beaver Sports Network at local10.tv/Beaver, and hope you're enjoying all this. We want to give a big shout out to our sponsors. And we're talking to Coach John Marshall of the Beaver Beavers. We didn't do a pregame interview, so if you want to do an interview, we can certainly do, and he says absolutely not. So we're just doing that until the game starts. And we're kind of cramped up here in the booth here in Parowan High School. And, he's going to do an interview for us. So, Coach John Marshall, we weren't able to play the Coach Steve Hutchings interview, and just, keys to tonight's game for the Beaver Beavers.
Well, we just got to worry about ourselves. We need to cut down on mistakes. That's kind of killed us the first 2 games is on the offensive side of the ball especially. We've really struggled, and we've got to do a much better job of knowing our assignments and executing. And if we can do that, we're going to have a lot better shot to win.
Okay, any changes for tonight's game as far as any wrinkles in the offense or defense?
No, we're pretty much, not really changing much on offense. We've added a few plays in here, but I don't know whether we'll see them. A lot will depend on what kind of a defense Parowan shows us. Will probably dictate what kind of plays we're going to run.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Coach. Appreciate it, and appreciate you taking the time to talk to us tonight. And it looks like I didn't see the coin toss, Dave. Maybe you saw it.
Beaver won it and deferred it, and Parowan's going to receive the ball.
So Parowan will receive the ball to start tonight's game, and
going south to north. I mean north to south.
North to south. I had a chance to visit Coach Brigham Nilsson of the Parowan Rams before the game, and he's an outstanding guy to talk to, very gracious, and comes from Highland, Utah. Not Highland, Utah, but Highland High School. And he traded one Ram for another as he played for SUU, and is his 3rd year in coaching at Parowan High School. He's had a rash of injuries. He's got some good players on the sideline with knee injuries and a neck injury. And so he's only dressed 19 players tonight, so not too many people here tonight for the Parowan Rams, but a good quality team.
Well, and that's the tough part of small school football, 2A football, is that the depth is not as great, and you get an injury, and it can put you in a hole right away.
And it's kickoff time. Keaton Fells with the kickoff. Goes down to, the ball's dropped right at the goal line. Goes down to the 5. And he's going to be taken down. That is player, let's see, I'm trying to see.
Number 11, Trey Young.
Trey Young with the tackle for the Beavers. I was trying to get the ball carrier. I think it was 33. Not exactly sure. So the Parowan Rams will start. They'll have the ball 1st and 10. It'll be on their own. Boy, it's going to be hard to see the numbers tonight with the sun, but it's about the 15-yard line.
The sun's getting in that perfect spot where it's coming right across the field.
Yeah, the scoreboard clock gets covered up by the band members. So quarterback Rowley now pitch out to the right side. And the player cuts back, is going to get a little bit of yardage. He's going to get 3 or 4 on it. And nice tackle. It'll be 2nd and long.
Yeah, Gideon White's going to take him to the ground. And Taylor McDonald comes up to help finish him off.
So McDonald starting at the corner. He's at the free safety, or the strong safety, I guess. And so out on the side, it's going to be Brennan Hutchings and Tavin Fales, Taylor McDonald, and Matt Roberts in the backfield. In the defensive backfield, rather. And Rowley is in the shotgun. Justice Walker, the last ball carrier. Hands off up middle, kind of a draw play, and a few yards on the play. Will be 3rd down and short. He scoots forward for a few more. It's going to be close to 1st down, but I believe it'll be 3rd.
Little draw, shovel pass type of thing, and Tyson Fotheringham and Brennan Hutchings out there to bring him down.
So facing a 3rd down and a short one, and not a lot there, and we'll see if the pile moves forward. It does move backwards, and it looks like 4th down. The Beavers hold. And Parowan will be punting from their own 24-yard line.
Well, that was a good defensive stand by Parowan.
By the Beavers.
I mean, by the Beavers.
That's all right. Now it'll
stopping Parowan. That's what I meant to say.
I waited to see. So it's going to be Brennan Hutchings and Matt Roberts back to receive this punt.
I didn't finish my sentence because I started writing.
And here comes the punt. It'll be Justice Walker back to kick for the Parowan Rams. Kick is up. It's a high, nice floater. And it's going to be Matt Roberts, takes it, drops the ball, kicks it at the 39-yard line. He's going to go forward for about 6 yards. And the Beavers start right at midfield. It's actually at the 44, my apologies.
Yeah, a little scary when you drop the ball to begin with, but Roberts does a good job recovering and still gets a positive run out of it.
So the Beavers start right on the 50. It's basically the nose of the ball right on the 50-yard line. So it'll be the first possession for the Beavers. No score here at Parowan High School. This will be the Beavers' first possession. And the Beavers held Parowan on 3 downs to force a punt. And now it'll be Matt Roberts up underneath center. Throws Brennan Hutchings in motion. Roberts running to his left. Got back to pass. Throws a pass. Wide open receiver to Blackburn. Blackburn receives it. And he's going to catch it down at the 20-yard line.
And that's something we've seen all year. Roberts to Blackburn, and for a big first down. And there again, you got another 29-yard catch there.
So it's going to be down at the 19-yard line. Well, it's about the 19, isn't it? It's about the 21, it looks like, where they spotted it. So be exactly right, Dave. So Roberts will send Fales to the right side. Hutchings switches sides. Roberts hands off up the middle to Smith. And not a lot there. Short gain on the play will be second down.
Another tough 1.5 yards by Smith, and that's just kind of how he grinds it out. They're going to spot him for 2. So Smith, again, doing his job, pounding it out.
So in the game comes Trey Young bringing in the play from the sideline. And number 24, Anthony Terry, will split out to the right side. No score here. We'll try to have, we're going to play pitch, and it's going to be a backward pass. Matt Roberts to Hutchings. Hutchings goes around the side, and he's going to gain, and that was something out of nothing. That was a little dangerous.
That was a lot of something out of a lot of nothing as he gets 4 yards out of it. Matthew Roberts faked the pitch, tried to take it himself. As he's wrapped up, got the defensive arms around him, he lifts his arm up and gets a backward pass off to Smith somehow, and Smith takes it around the outside for 4 yards.
Yeah, those are those plays that give coaches gray hairs. As in the grass makes that pass, but a good play by Roberts. 3rd down and 4.
Well, it's an easy pick 6 in that situation.
There's going to be a flag on the play from the back judge.
Somebody went too soon.
And we'll see what happens. It's going to be false start on the Beavers. So the Beavers with their first penalty of the game. Big mistake. Instead of 3rd and 4, they now face a 3rd and 9.
Yeah, that's a tough break, and that's something as a coach. Another thing that just drives you crazy.
So it's the Beavers and the Parowan Rams. Again, we're early in the first quarter action. There's 8:41 left in the first. It's 0-0 the score. And the Beavers' first possession of the game, and they have the ball right around the 30-yard line. Hutchings in motion. And another flag again. They're going to call that, I believe, again on the Beavers. It is 5 more yards against the Beavers. I'm guessing this is 4-down territory.
Going the wrong direction here. Well, they'll repeat 3rd down again after they march off that 5 yards, but just backing them up the wrong direction for the Beavers, and it's working well for the Rams.
So we've got one score update from David Kirksick as he follows the San Juan Broncos. With 10 minutes left in the first, it's San Juan 7, South Severe no score. It's 3rd down and 14. Roberts back to pass, has a receiver, and the receiver's caught. And it's going to be near 1st down yardage. We'll see who the receiver is. I believe it was Fales.
It was Brendan Hutchings, I believe.
Oh, no, Hutchings, you're right. Trailing on that backside.
Yep, comes across on a slant, finds himself wide open. Roberts hits him perfectly in stride, and he's going to get 11 yards out of that.
So 11 yards to Hutchings. And Hutchings, I believe, the leading receiver yards-wise for the Beavers. He had that big 82-yard reception last week against the Kanab Cowboys that kind of started the momentum shift for the Beavers.
Yeah, he was a very key pivotal player last week.
Matt Roberts, 4th down and 4 yards to go. Shift to the right side. He goes in, and I believe he's going to get a 1st down as that was a head-to-head contact, and Roberts up.
Yeah, he created it, though, and he got 5 yards out of it. No call either offensively, defensively on that, so they let him go.
And the Beavers in the red zone. Down at the 8-yard line. So it's 1st and goal at the 8. And with 7:20 left in this first quarter of play from Parowan High School. Again, at the end of this game, we'll have some players of the game. Compliments of Mike's Food Town, longtime Beaver sponsor, and Beaver Valley Chevron Dairy Queen. Also another big supporter. Roberts goes up the middle, going to break one tackle, goes around, goes down hard near the goal line. I believe he'll be about the 2-yard line, will be 2nd and goal.
Looks like he got about 6 yards out of it. He's pretty close, but just not enough to get the hands raised.
Justin Walker and Jake Smith on the tackle for the Parowan Rams. So 2nd down and goal. It's about the 4. Roberts with the handoff up the middle. Smith breaks in. He's going to go in untouched for the touchdown.
Yeah, and Smith that time made it look easy as he just picked his way around all the players and marched his way on in.
So that's at the 6:36 mark of this first quarter of play. And it'll be Keaton Fales who'll come out to attempt the point after touchdown. Fales lines up. He's a former Beaver soccer player. That's where he got his kicks from and been practicing a lot over the offseason. The kick is up, it's high, and good. We'll take a break at 7-0 when we come back.
Beaver Valley Chevron and Dairy Queen team up to keep you and your vehicle running smoothly. Beaver Valley Chevron is a 24-hour AAA towing service and repair facility with top-quality Chevron.
Important on any insurance policy, whether it's auto, home, life, or health insurance. And you can count on your Beaver area Good Neighbor State Farm agent, Brent Stapley, to give you the best service possible. Whether you have a claim or just need information about insurance, your State Farm agent is there with the Good Neighbor service we're famous for. See State Farm agent Brent Stapley in Beaver for all your insurance needs. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Call 438-5451 or 438-5451. When you're
on their first possession, they go 50 yards in just under 2 minutes, and it's capped off by a 4-yard run by number 7, Dylan Smith.
Yeah, Dylan Smith just picked his way through there, and was able to get it on the off right tackle, and just powered his way through.
Hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast on 103.7 KSVC and also on the Beaver Sports Network at local10.tv. And the kickoff is down into the end zone, and Keaton Fales has his first touchback of the season without a penalty aid.
Wow, that's working that leg really good these days.
Certainly is. So a nice kick by Fales. Perrin will start at their own 20-yard line. Just a reminder, we'll have a Southern Utah University halftime show coming up at halftime. Right now it's 7-0, 6:36 left in the first half of play. We'll get you a scoreboard clock here soon. So it'll be Rowley in the quarterback position. He's back to pass. Look at his right. Passes away and received by number 5. And number 5 is Taylor Harris. He's a senior wide receiver. And it'll be close.
He gets about 7 or 8 and 9. 8 and Bergstrom brings him down.
So 8 yards on that one. Second down and 2. Nice pass from Rowley to Harris. Perrin with the no-huddle offense. Rowley gets instructions from the sideline. In motion goes Bentley. And it's a handoff place, and nowhere going. Nice play by the Beavers. Dylan Smith and
Bergstrom.
Bergstrom again.
Bergstrom jumped through that line, got his ankle, and then held on to him until Smith was able to come finish him off.
Yeah, loss on the play. And a loss of 5, so it's a big loss for the Rams. There's a flag on the field, and we'll see what the call is. In the back. So we'll have
illegal
to see.
Substitution.
Tice Radden, the freshman, in there.
I imagine they'll decline it.
So
nope, they're going to take it.
They're going to accept the penalty. Let's see. I didn't see what the call was. It's a 10-yard penalty. So it'll be
a 10 or 15.
I didn't get the call, so we'll have to see.
What was this?
What was it? I don't know what that was. Illegal substitution, I believe.
10-yard.
Maybe it's 12 men on the field. Is that correct?
I think that's what it was.
So we'll have to see. Anyway, it's a big penalty. Second down and 20, so that previous play is no good, and a flag on the play. And timeout, Parowan. We'll take a short break. It's 7-0, 5:41 left in the first quarter play when we come back. 1 minute.
When you're in the mood for mouth prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver for a family dinner outing or for a
Hi, this is Len at Fish Lumber Ace Hardware, where I'd like to welcome you to our new paint studio, where we offer Valspar, Clark & Kensington, and Royal Paint for your painting experiences. Clark & Kensington is rated #1 in customer reports. We also have a new setup, paint sundry items to make your painting experiences as easy and fun as possible. I'd like to welcome you all to come out and check out our new facility.
Mike's Food Town in Beaver is proud to serve Beaver County with a wide selection of items at competitive prices. Mike's Food Town is your friendly hometown grocer with the choicest cuts of meat prepared daily. They also go the extra mile to offer the freshest produce on a daily basis. Stop by Mike's Food Town and you'll find out about the super savings in every department. That's Mike's Food Town, located at 270.
And definitely bothered the ball. Oh, tipped up in the air, and it's going to be intercepted by Matt Roberts. I thought that hit the ground, but it did not. Roberts with the interception and return.
No, Branson Blackburn tipped it with the hand. He reached back, hit a hand, popped it right up for Roberts to take it down.
So we got Roberts with the interception, and he's one of the state leaders in interceptions. And so he's going to add to that. So the ball's 1st and 10 right at the 10-yard line, and it's 1st and goal, actually. And it's Roberts under center. Beaver pitch to Hutchings. Hutchings breaks one tackle, and he's not going to break the second one as he goes down about the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Hutchings gets a lot of pressure out there. On that previous play, Scott, you got to credit those defensive linemen that got in there and just about sacked the quarterback. They hit him right as he was passing it, put a lot of pressure on him, and that caused that interception.
Yeah, I didn't see who actually made that tackle, Dave, but I agree. It was, boy, Rowley was just punished as he went to deliver that ball, so it was a little short. That's why I actually thought it hit the ground. Blackburn diving, knocks it up in the air. What a heads-up play for the junior linebacker.
Volleyball dig.
So he's 2nd goal, ball at the 5. In motion is Hutchings. Handoff. Roberts keeps it, and he's going to go up. There's a flag on the play, and it is a touchdown for Roberts, but hold everything. This one could go back. We'll have to see. So the referees get together and talk about it, and we'll see whether it's a touchdown or if it comes back on a penalty. It was in the area of maybe a face mask, but it might be a hold, and if it's a hold, it'll move back to 2nd down and goal.
Hit in the back of the head.
So it's a hit to the head for against the Parowan Rams. It'll be a touchdown for the Beavers, so Roberts with that 5-yard touchdown run. Kind of anticlimactic. That's at the 5:16 mark. Just got an update from San Juan South Severe. They stopped the game because of lightning. It's 14-0, San Juan on top. So that penalty will go on the kickoff. And Keaton Fells with the extra point for the Beavers to make it 14-0. If he makes it, the kick is up, looks good, is good, and it's 14 for the Beavers. No score for the Parowan Rams. And Dave, this is how the Beavers wanted to start.
Well, this is, if you're a Beaver fan, this is exactly how you want it, how you draw it up, cause some mistakes, get an interception. Tough defensive stand on the first series, score on it. Second series, mix things up, cause a mistake, score on it. And that's the way you want to roll. Keaton Fells, Scott, did you see how deep he kicked that? He's really getting some deep kicks.
Yeah, he's adjusted something. His kickoffs are going much deeper, and his extra points are certainly long. So now it'll be the Beavers kicking off from the 45-yard line. If he can't put this one in the end zone, he'll be in a lot of trouble. Yeah, Scott, I actually think that's the case, and I think this will give him a short field, which will allow him to kick it into the end zone. Thanks, Dave. And we're back at Parowan High School. It's 14-0, 5:16 left in this first quarter of play. And it'll be Keaton Fells lining up to kick the kickoff. So here we go. Back is Walker and Rowley. The kickoff is up and will be a touchback. So Parowan again starts on the 20.
Surprise, surprise. That did just exactly what you said.
Yep, and you look at field position. So far the Beavers having 2 very short fields. They started right at midfield, right at the 50, and then they started at the 10 after the interception. So Beavers really only 60 yards of total offense in the game.
Yeah, well, not like you say, not a lot of yards, but it doesn't matter. 2 short touchdowns, and that's all you need is the score. So it doesn't matter how many yards you pound out to get it as long as you got the numbers on the board.
Rowley in the shotgun for the Parowan Rams. And he keeps it himself, goes up the middle. And the linebacker comes up, and we'll see it's Branson Blackburn with a nice play.
Says you're not getting by me.
So I heard from Dave Erickson up in Monroe. They made everybody go into the gym, all the spectators and everyone, because of that lightning
violent
storm
over there.
So it was pretty rainy in Beaver when we left, but certainly not as lightning as that. So it's
was some rain though.
Two receivers to the right, one to the left. Rowley under center this time. Back to pass, looking to his right. Has a lane, makes a pass, and big hit by Blackburn, and it's a reception for number 1, Jake Smith for Parowan.
That's 2 tackles in a row for Blackburn as he hits him head on.
3rd down and 4 yards to go for the Parowan Rams. Still looking for their first down of the game. We're at the 4:25 and counting mark of the first quarter play. It's 14-0 Beavers with a 2-touchdown advantage. Parowan with a punt and an interception on their first 2 series. Back to pass is Rowley. Rowley, look at his right under heavy pressure, throws the ball, and it's going to be almost intercepted, but Rowley threw it to a safe place. It'll be 4th down for Parowan.
Yeah, he was wise to throw it towards the out-of-bounds marker. Even if Hutchings would have been able to bring that in, I think he'd have been out of bounds. So very wise play by Rowley.
So I think Justice Walker will drop back for the Rams, and he'll handle the kicking duties. And for the Beavers, it'll be Hutchings and Roberts dropping back.
Walker back to do the punting for the Rams.
4:06 left in the first. So Walker back there with a wall of 3 Rams behind him, and a split line.
To our left because the sun's going to be in their eyes going to the right.
So Walker back, nice snap back, kick is up and good on the left side. Going to take a bounce out of bounds, so it's actually not
close to the.
We'll see they're going to walk that down.
48, 49, 50.
And right at midfield once again, so the Beavers with a short field. And this will be the 3rd possession of the game for the Beavers.
And this is, again, exactly where they had it on the first drive. So no drive starting any deeper than at midfield for the Beavers.
So great field position. The Beavers started in this position on their first possession. Roberts back to pass, looking to his left. Pass is tipped at the line of scrimmage and going to be intercepted by Parowan at the 46-yard line. And that intercepting player will try to see who that is. Orlando Cazada with the interception, it appears.
He got his hands up in the right place and able to bring it down.
And so the Beavers with a quick INT give it right back to the Parowan Rams. The Rams in good field position. They have the ball at the 45-yard line.
And that's going to give the Rams some momentum as Cazada steals the ball from Roberts.
So Parowan starts at the Beaver 45-yard line. Still looking for their first down of the game. Rowley under center, fakes a handoff, back to pass. Heavy pressure. He gets the pass away to Walker. Walker on the left side is under heavy pressure, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage, and he's going to get back about a yard short, loss of 1 on that pass.
Yeah, it's couldn't quite get back to the line of scrimmage. Roberts just hanging on to him. Fales comes in to help out.
So loss of 2 or 3 on the play. You'll have to call that, Dave. That's why we call you Statman Dave.
Loss of 2.
Loss of 2 on the play. It'll be Rowley under center. 2 receivers left, 1 right, and Walker in motion. Rowley in a little bit of trouble, pitches the ball backwards, bounces on the ground to Walker. Walker makes a nice move, goes to the left side, and he's going to have the first down of the game for the Parowan Rams.
And call it a nice move is exactly the description, Scott, as Beavers had him contained. He made a couple of good moves, and off he goes for a first down for the Rams.
So that moves the ball all the way down to the 30, trying to see about 31-yard line, I believe. And they'll have it first down and 10. Rowley takes the call from the sideline. Again, no huddle for Parowan. It's kind of that we've seen a lot of no huddle this year from a lot of teams. Huddles are kind of not in vogue anymore. First and 10, Rowley in the shotgun. Back to pass, looking to his left, now to his right. Has a receiver in the middle. It's going to be caught. Big hit in the middle and a little dangerous. But the 2 players exchange. It's Walker with the intended receiver.
We don't want to talk about it. We just want to play it. And so we're not going to huddle. But that was a dangerous move. Taylor McDonald gets a hand in, kind of disrupts it, and then Matthew Roberts just picks him up, does a figure 8, and throws him back down. And on the way down, he decided to let go of the ball and use his hands to protect himself and coughed it up, and so it goes incomplete.
Yeah, Walker, it was one of those dangerous plays. He really extended high. Rowley, handoff on the right side to Jake Smith. Smith around the right side. He's going to have nice yardage, 6 yards on second down.
Like the ball's loose. Oh, so Smith in there on the tackle, as well as Brennan Hutchings, whose helmet comes off, so he's going to have to take a short stint on the sideline.
So, let's see, does he come off? Does Hutchings come off? He certainly does.
Mandatory rule, your helmet comes off, you got to get out for a play.
So Anthony Terry in the game for Hutchings on the left cornerback. And Rowley's back to pass, looking to his left. The ball's away and almost intercepted, but that was a rough play.
Credit that to Tice Radden, the freshman, who jumps up to intercept it and just blocked his view long enough. It comes through and nailed him right in the face. He just didn't see it coming.
That was tough. Radden, it looked like he was going to intercept that ball. Took maybe a bad angle. It's 4th down and 4. And it's at the 24-yard line. It's 14-0 our score. And back to pass, Rowley, pass, incomplete, and it'll be Beaver's ball on downs. But there's a flag on the play.
Tice Radden gets a hand in on it again.
Could be a roughing the passer, Dave.
Oh, that's an automatic first down.
Roughing the passer. So 2:45 left in the first. Parowan gets a big break. And one of the Beaver players is going to get in a little bit of trouble on that roughing the passer on 4th and 5.
Yeah, you just don't want to do that.
That'll move the ball all the way down inside the red zone for Parowan.
So this is what mistakes do for you. Throw an interception and then rough the passer, and those 2 plays have given Parowan life and put them right in the game.
For all the internet viewers at the quarter break, there'll be a small, everyone will want to refresh their browser. We're going to restart the video feed to restore some technical things, so just a quick reminder. And of course, all our radio listeners, 103.7 KSVC in the Beaver area. It's 1st down and 10, the ball at the 13-yard line of the Beavers. 14-0 our score, Beaver on top. Rowley in the shotgun, 2 receivers right, fakes a pass, goes to the right. Not a lot of space there. He gets pummeled, but he does get a couple yards. Good effort by Rowley.
Branson Blackburn brings him down from behind.
So it'll be no play, no gain. No, there's going to be a gain on the play. So a gain of 2.
Gain of a yard for the Rams. Make it 2nd and 9.
So I'm calling 2 yards on the play. So we 2nd down, 8 yards to go in the game for the Rams. Number 7, Brandon Robinson, the junior wide receiver. So 2 left, 1 right. And Rowley back to pass, looking to his left again. Has a pass away and going to be incomplete. It was Roberts stepping in front. He was almost the intended receiver.
Yeah, Branson Blackburn almost reeled that in. As Roberts and Blackburn team up to defend that.
Clock stops at 2:05 in the first quarter. It's 14-0 our score. Beavers on top. 14-0 in Monroe also. San Juan over South Sevier. Of course, that one stopped because of lightning. It'll be 3rd down, 8 yards to go. And it's Rowley back to pass, looking to his right over the middle, and there's going to be a flag on the play in the holding, and it's going to bounce incomplete. And we'll see what the call is. It is holding on the Rams.
They had 3 of them not letting Gideon White in, and they all 3 had a hold of him.
So we'll see if the Beavers decide to take this, Dave.
I'm sure they will.
Holding on the Rams.
So they will decide to accept this penalty, which will actually make it, let's see, 3rd down and goal. That's actually 3rd and 9. That was 3rd and 9, so it's going to go all the way back. It's hard to see the yard markers.
Yeah, they're going to replay 3rd down 10 yards deeper.
So I think we're at about the 25-yard line.
Actually, it'll be 16 yards deeper because it's from the spot.
So Rowley back to pass, and it's a screen play. And the Beavers stay home, and you got to give credit to a couple Beaver players. Blackburn almost makes a big play, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, bring up 4th down.
Fotheringham finally brings him down with a little assist from Roberts as they snuff out that screenplay.
And White on the tackle.
So Gideon White also on the tackle. Just a reminder what players the game for the Beavers after this one. 1:31 left in the first. It's 14-0. Beavers on top. Cazada was going to try try a field goal. So officially, this is from the 25-yard line.
He's got the leg for it.
So it's going to be a 35-yard field goal attempt for Josh Quezada, or Orlando Quezada.
Orlando.
And the snap is back, the kick is up, and it's going to go to the right. It is long enough. Oh, not long enough. And it's going to be no good, and a touchback for the Beavers.
Just a yard short. Just a yard short.
And so that'll do it. We'll get the ball. They're going to ask about, does Matt Roberts get a chance? If he catches that, does he get a chance to advance the ball, or is it an automatic touchback?
I think it's an automatic. He's in the